Hello Mortgage Coaches, this is Jacob with Mortgage Coach Support. Today's video is to show you how to put together a strategy showing a single purchase option, but with two additional options showing the client what would happen if they reinvested a certain amount of cash to try and get their payoff point down to the desired levels. So I'm going to start it off as a marketing report. For my report headline, I'll put something in like, when do you want to be debt free? And then in the goals, because this is a purchase, I need to make sure and choose the purchase goal so it doesn't ask me for a current mortgage. And then let's put in our property value. Let's say it's $250. And now I can skip the rest of this and go straight over to products. And my first product is just going to be a standard FHA loan. I've put in an FHA 30 fixed. You can see that I've got a 3.5% down payment at 4.5% interest rate over a 30 term. Now I've entered a closing cost template in here, but feel free to ballpark these if you want to. I've included my upfront MI. And then I've added the monthly escrows and mortgage insurance. So I've got a full pity payment going on this one. Now I need to create two additional options so that I can structure some reinvestment strategies on those. So my next one, I'm going to call it Payoff in 25 years. And I'm going to use the copy button, and I'm going to copy that FHA 30 fixed. And you can see that once I do that, it brings in the loan exactly like the first column. I don't need to do anything more on this loan at this point. So I'm going to add one additional one, and I'm going to call it Payoff in 20 years. Now for this one, again, I'm going to copy that FHA 30 fixed, and I'm done with the loan data entry. Now it's time to structure a reinvestment plan. So I'm going to go into the Adjust Reinvestment Strategy button, and you can see that right now these all have freedom points of 30 years. So this one, obviously it is going to be a 30-year payoff, but how do we get this one to show a 25-year payoff? So we kind of have to hit and miss at this to find out exactly what number is going to be the right one. So if I put in 150, you can see that I get a 24-year payoff. So that's a little too high. Let's try maybe 135. And 125 seems to be just about the right number here. I like using the round number there, even though it's not 25 dead on for the years. At least we have a round number for our reinvestment. Now it's time to find out what it would take to pay it off in 20 years. So all I'm going to do is the same thing I did on the last one. I'm going to keep hitting and missing until I get the right one. So let's try something around 250. Now 250 is close. That gives us 21 1/3 year payoff. So I need to go a little bit higher. Let's try maybe 280. Now at 280, I'm getting very close. Let's see what 300 gets us. All right. And it looks like right around 310 is going to be perfect. So there we go. 310 is the magic number there to give us a 20-year payoff. So between the two of these now, I'm showing them three options. Do your loan as usual, or pay it off in 25 years by attributing an extra $125 per month, or pay it off in 20 years by attributing an extra $310 per month. And you can see where our cutoff months are. Obviously these are the end of the loan terms. So the MI is going to carry for the life of the loan no matter what you do on the FHA loan. However, you can make that loan shorter and save both interest and MI over time. Now when you do that, you'll notice that when we come back in here to our analysis screen, the real metric here, and you can see that there's an immediate savings between these programs just in the amount of interest that they're saving. But if we look at interest and MI over the life of the loan, that's where this is really going to come into play. So by choosing the 30-year metric, you can see what I'm looking at. I've got $268,000 in interest and MI paid on the regular loan, whereas with the reinvestment, paying it off in 20 years, I have almost $100,000 less interest in MI that I'm paying. So definitely a good strategy to be able to show off to your client. All you got to do at this point is slap a video on it, send it out, and see what happens. If you guys have any questions on it, feel free to email us over at support@mortgagecoach.com. Thank you much. Bye-bye.